You will forget 90% of what you learned today within the next 30 days. Not because you're not smart enough, not because you're getting older, but because your brain is designed to delete information on purpose. Right now, as you watch this video, your brain is making split-second decisions about what to remember and what to trash. And here's the thing that most people get completely wrong about memory.
Forgetting isn't a bug in the system. It's a feature. And understanding why might completely change how you think about your own mind.
I'm going to show you the real science behind why we forget, the 7 different types of forgetting that happen in your brain, and why the smartest people often forget the most. But first, we need to talk about a German psychologist who literally forgot things for science. In 1885, Hermann Ebbinghaus did something that had never been done before. He decided to scientifically measure how fast humans forget information. He created thousands of nonsense syllables like baz, gek, and lum. Then he memorized them and tested himself over and over to see how much he retained. What he discovered changed psychology forever. Within 20 minutes of learning something, we forget 40% of it. After one day, we've lost 70%. After 1 week, nearly 90% is gone. This pattern became known as the forgetting curve. And in 2026, neuroscientists have confirmed it's even more extreme than Ebbinghaus thought. But here's what blew my mind when I first learned this. Your brain isn't passively losing information like water leaking from a bucket. It's actively deciding what to delete. On purpose. Every single night while you sleep, your brain reviews everything you experienced and makes a choice. Keep or delete. In 2026, researchers at MIT discovered that your brain uses specific proteins to actively erase memories. They're literally called forgetting proteins. Think about that. Your brain has dedicated molecular machinery designed specifically to make you forget. Why would evolution create such a system? Because remembering everything would be a nightmare. Let me explain. Your brain processes 11 million bits of information every single second. But your conscious mind can only handle about 40 bits per second. If you remembered every face you passed on the street, every conversation you overheard, every license plate you saw, you'd be drowning in useless data. There's actually a documented case of a man named Solomon Shershevsky who couldn't forget anything. Sounds amazing, right? It was torture. He couldn't hold a job, couldn't maintain relationships. Every conversation triggered memories of every other conversation. He couldn't see patterns because the details overwhelmed him. Forgetting isn't failure. It's how your brain creates mental space for what actually matters. But not all forgetting is the same. Neuroscientists have identified 7 distinct types of forgetting, and understanding them will explain almost every memory failure you've ever had. Type 1 is transience. This is the natural decay that Ebbinghaus discovered. Memories simply fade with time if you don't use them. Type 2 is absent-mindedness. This is when you forget where you put your keys because you weren't paying attention when you set them down. You can't remember what you never properly encoded in the first place. Your brain was on autopilot. Type 3 is blocking. Ever had a word on the tip of your tongue? That's blocking. The memory is there, but you can't access it right now. Type 4 is misattribution. You remember something, but you remember it wrong. You're certain your friend told you that story, but actually you read it online. Type 5 is suggestibility. Your memories can actually be altered by suggestion. In studies, researchers have implanted completely false childhood memories in over 25% of participants. This is why eyewitness testimony is so unreliable. Your memories aren't video recordings. They're reconstructions that change every time you access them. Type 6 is bias. Your current beliefs and knowledge distort your memories of the past. You remember yourself as more consistent than you actually were. And type 7 is persistence. This is the only type of forgetting that's actually about remembering too much. Traumatic memories that won't go away. Here's the wild part. Your brain uses completely different mechanisms for each type, which means there's no one-size-fits-all memory solution. But when does normal forgetting become something more serious? Normal forgetting is when you forget where you parked your car. Concerning forgetting is when you forget you drove a car at all. Normal forgetting is when you forget someone's name. Concerning forgetting is when you forget familiar faces or can't form new memories at all. The difference is about whether your forgetting disrupts daily functioning. And here's something that surprised me when researching this video. Stress and anxiety cause more memory problems than aging for most people under 70. In 2026 studies show that chronic stress shrinks the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. Sleep deprivation, multitasking, and information overload all dramatically increase forgetting. Your lifestyle affects your memory more than your genes do. Which brings us to the biggest myths about memory that just won't die. Myth 1. Photographic memory exists. It doesn't. Every single claim of photographic memory has failed scientific testing. What looks like photographic memory is actually exceptional processing and retrieval skills. Myth 2. We only use 10% of our brain. Completely false. Brain scans show we use virtually all of our brain throughout the day. Myth 3. Memory decline is inevitable with age. Nope. Healthy older adults can maintain excellent memory. The difference is usually about engagement, not biology. And myth 4. You can retrieve lost memories through hypnosis. Studies show hypnosis makes people more confident in false memories, not more accurate in real ones. So what can you actually do about forgetting? First, stop fighting your brain's natural forgetting process. Work with it. Space out your learning. Test yourself. Sleep well. These work because they align with how forgetting actually happens. Second, pay attention to what you want to remember. Most forgetting is actually about never properly learning in the first place. Slow down. Focus. Encode intentionally. Third, understand that forgetting the details often helps you see the bigger picture. Your brain is trading specifics for patterns. That's not a weakness. That's wisdom. If this video changed how you think about your memory, do me a favor and hit that like button. And subscribe to this channel because we're exploring the hidden mechanisms of your mind every single week. Your brain isn't broken when it forgets. It's actually performing one of its most sophisticated functions, deciding what matters and what doesn't. And that decision is what makes you who you are.